a science point of view,
Yeah, let's be intellectually
not until
honest
after
here.
second trimester.
What is after second trimester?
That it's not alive.
There's nothing magical about the birth canal.
Yes,
And
there
so-
is.
Are you suggesting that it's okay for them to kill a toddler before its second birthday?
They don't have a soul yet. So the child is going to have mental, probably complete physical disability. So at that point, is abortion a choice?
Are you suggesting that we ought to be able to kill somebody if they're physically handicapped? Is that
No.
what? Okay, because I don't want to
about-
misunderstand.
No. I'm talking
But what is your
about
point
those
there?
that are not even just physically handicapped,
Okay.
but they are going
Like
to
mentally?
be, yes, they are
So
going
you're
to
suggesting
be,
that we should be able to kill physically and mentally handicapped people?
not people, fetuses.
Okay, what is a fetus? Because I think that's a good question. Because we first have to decide.
A fetus
Do you
is
think-
up until 32 weeks. At 32 weeks,
No, I mean, like, what is it?
it is a development within the mother
Yeah, that's what
to
it's supposed
produce
to be.
a human.
Well,
But
no,
it's still a development and a growth on the mother.
it is a human being.
No, it's not. Not
Where-
until birth. A human being is not a human being until it takes its first breath of life.
Where did you get that information? Who told
That
you
is
that?
That is a scientific fact.
It's not.
So
well,
for
I've
me,
got to.
at first breath, if your child is stillborn, okay, never takes a breath, at that point, it was born a fetus.
So it's born dead, right?
It's not born dead. It hasn't taken its first breath of life, so therefore
But
it's still
then
a
what?
fetus.
It just comes out neutral.
Yes.
So it's not alive or dead.
No.
Where did you get that?
That is my belief.
We'll call this debate right now.
Okay.
Well, no, we can't, because if we're basing our beliefs on some things that aren't true, we want to be careful, because we're not just talking about chocolate versus vanilla preference. We're talking about the woman being able to kill her child. My nephew, who was just born real early this morning, we would never say that when little Elliot was in his mom's birth canal and hasn't taken a breath yet, we would never suggest that he's not a baby. There's nothing magical about the birth canal.
Yes,
And
there
so-
is. That is
Really?
the culmination of life.
But where
Once
did you
exit
get that?
The birth
Where did
canal-
you? How did you come to that conclusion? I think is what I'm trying to say. It's because that goes against science and biology. So where
But
did
it's
you get
still-
the idea that the birth canal's magic?
What it goes into at this point starts to be a religious spin on things.
Well, it's not a spin on things.
No, it's
there's-
religious.
No, you're religious? Is that your religious opinion?
Different religions.
But what religion is a good religion if it says that the birth canal is magical and we can kill children as long as they haven't taken their first breath yet?
So there are some tribes and things in other parts of the world that believe that the child does not obtain a soul until their second birthday.
Are you suggesting that it's okay for them to kill a toddler before its second birthday?
They don't have a soul yet.
So it's okay to kill toddlers if they're not 2 yet?
Then it becomes again a religious point of.
No, I'm asking.
No, I'm
Okay,
telling.
okay, sorry.
It becomes a religious point of the child is not old enough to understand life, understand death, or anything in between.
Yeah.
I'm explaining what other religions see.
But you and I
as-
can agree that it's wrong to kill those toddlers, right?
From your moral standpoint,
Yes.
your morals might not be the same as someone else's.
Exactly.
Right, but
it still all boils down the mother's right to choose.
But we're
based
okay.
on her religion, based on her experience,
Okay.
based on her. It is her
Okay.
right to choose. Like
So
I said before,
even those
if it's
people-
in it's in case of a rape,
And they
or
can
an
kill the
abusive
toddler
si-
if that's in their religion.
Would you rather have your child dead or beaten to death?
You didn't answer the question. Is it okay for those women to kill their toddlers? Because you brought up a good point. It is about morality. And where do we get our morals from? And there has
Unfortunately, in the Western world, we get it from Christianity, which is not the only religion.
no, it's not.
Yeah, seriously.
It's not the only religion. But where did you get the idea that it's fake?
Oh, I'm teasing.
Okay. Because I think it's
Okay.
a serious point. Because
Personally, the reason why I have doubts about Christianity, you can't tell me that a story is true when it's gone on through several revisions.
where did you get that information?
That's in the
And
history.
she approached me.
Oh, no, I don't think you're reading it too much, because if you match up what we have now in the Bible to the original documents, they match exactly. No disrespect.
Okay,
but
you're
I
saying
believe,
no disrespect, but you're ruling out 100 different religions around the
absolutely,
world.
100%. Because it's the law of non-contradiction. If Christianity is true, if
Which
it is, well, hang
it's
on.
questionable.
Hang on. If it is, then law of non-contradiction, the rest are false. Because in Christianity it says, Jesus said, I am the only way. So if somebody just like follows that, the law of non-contradiction means the others are wrong.
It's the same way that you're taking the woman's right to choose and
Absolutely.
standing up and telling them what they can and cannot do with their bodies. So
Well, no, I'm saying what they can and cannot
that
do
is exactly
with somebody
what you're
else's
saying
body.
here.
Because
that's
this
exactly
is
what you're
this
saying.
is somebody else's body right here. I believe
But-
that that little baby
but the
has
thing
its own,
is-
should have its own bodily autonomy. You're unable to track that it's killing an innocent human being. Because we can talk about morality, but let's first talk about science. Let's first go with foundation. Science says
Okay.
it's killing an innocent human being. That's scientific. Then from there, we can go on to talk about morality. But first,
Okay.
let's be honest. Let's be
On a
intellectually honest.
on a science point of view,
Yeah, let's be intellectually
not until
honest
after
here.
second trimester.
What is after second trimester?
That it's not alive.
32
It's technically-
weeks.
That's-
it's technically
that's
a parasite
intellectually
because
dishonest.
it relies on the mother's body.
Sir, you're being intellectually dishonest.
Woo! Okay,
Science
I'm
and
gonna call it
medicine.
there.
Right now.
All right, thanks, guys.